In problem 17 through 22, I'm going to demonstrate how to simplify the trigonometric expressions. This is Unit 11, Lesson 1. I know tangent is equivalent to the sine of x over the cosine of x. We can see the cosines are simplified to 1, and I'm simply left with the sine of x. Now, the most well-known trig identity is sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. So I can replace sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta with 1. 1 over the cotangent is equal to the tangent of theta. Let's look at 19. 1 minus sine squared. Let's come back up here. I could turn this into 1 minus sine squared by simply subtracting sine squared theta to the right-hand side. 1 minus sine squared theta would be equivalent to cosine squared theta. So this is equivalent to cosine squared theta. Now I know that secant is equivalent to 1 over the cosine. So secant squared is 1 over the cosine squared. Oops, this should be a little 2 up top. And we can see the 2 are going to be simplified to 1, and I'm left with 1 over 1, or simply 1. Let's look at number 20. Okay, cotangent is cosine of theta over sine of theta. And I want to divide that by the secant of theta. Well, by the way, secant of theta is 1 over the sine. So I'm just writing this out. Instead of it being vertically, I'm writing it horizontally. Cotangent is cosine over sine, and now I want to divide it by the secant, which is 1 over the sine. When I divide fractions, I keep the first fraction in place. I turn division to multiplying, and I take the reciprocal of the second fraction. We can see that the sines are going to simplify down to 1, and I'm going to be left with just the cosine. Let's look at number 21. Okay, 21 is unique. I'm going to rewrite secant as 1 over the cosine, and now I want to divide it by the cosecant, which is 1 over the sine. When I divide, whether I use theta or I use x, as long as I keep it the exact same, it's okay. So when I divide, I turn division into multiplying. Oop, I meant that to be a cosine. Let me go back. 1 over the cosine theta. I turn division into multiplying. I take the reciprocal of the second fraction. As I multiply across, I come up with sine theta over cosine theta, which is equivalent to tangent theta. Let's look at number 22. Ooh, 22 looks unique. So secant is 1 over the cosine of theta. And then I have sine on top and tangent on the bottom. So let me push this all together, and I'm going to come down here where I have a little more space. 1 times the sine is the sine of x, and then I have it over the cosine of x times the tangent of x. I know this by itself is simply the tangent. Sine over cosine is the tangent. So it's like I have the tangent of x times 1 over the tangent of x. We can see the tangents are going to be simplified to 1, and I'm left with just 1. That was a tricky one.